I'm Rekha Hassan, Assistant Professor of English. The topic or the session I'm going to discuss has been prescribed by Mangalore University for BA, BSc, BSW, BCA stream with the text titled Compulsory Foundation Course in English for Sem 1 of all the stream. As you all know that there are 8 parts of speech, out of which preposition is also a part of speech, and as any other speeches, it is very essential for a sentence to become meaningful. Now, we'll discuss what is preposition. Preposition, as I said, a part of speech. It is usually placed before a noun or pronoun. It provides a relation between the noun, pronoun, and with other words in a sentence if it has to be meaningful. Sometimes this preposition comes at the end of a sentence even, as in the example shown. What are you thinking of? Of is a preposition that has come at the end of the sentence before the question mark. In the second example, books are on the table. On the preposition that provides the connection between the books and the table. Books, where are these books? Books are on the table. It provides the relation between the noun and the noun. Here in the example. So, of and on in the given examples are the prepositions. As I said, noun, this preposition provides the relation between the noun and other words. Other words may be a noun, verb, or adjective. In the given example, the cat is sitting under the table. Under provides the relation where this cat is sitting. It says the cat is sitting under the table. Now coming to the types of preposition. This type of preposition depends on the situations. Preposition of time, preposition of place, preposition of direction, preposition of method and manner, preposition of reason and purpose, preposition of possession. Preposition of time, when, where, how, at what time. This represents preposition. Now we shall discuss a little bit in detail about these types of prepositions. Preposition of time. For example, the prepositions are at, in, on, at. It is repeated before, after, for, since. At a certain point of time, a certain moment. At what time? Is it during early morning or sunset, where this represents the particular moment of time. For example, my son goes to school. At what time? At 9 o'clock. It represents the point of time. At what time? 9 o'clock. He returns from work. At sunset. At what time he has written? That is during sunset. At represents the particular moment of time. In denotes the period of time. In is used during the seasons, during when you are referring to the months, when you are referring to the session of the day, when you are referring to the year. In summer, in 1956, in January, in the morning, in a few minutes, etc. On represents the specific date. When you are referring to a specific date, a day, month, or special days, you can use the preposition on. He was born on November 16, 2009. On which day, on which date he was born, while referring to this, you can use the preposition on. PM arrives to Bangalore when on Monday. We exchange gifts on Diwali. This in and on and other prepositions which I had referred earlier, this could be used while you are referring to the time in a given sentence. Since refers to the past. The action has started from the past and it is continuing till present. For example, I'm in Mangalore since long back, that is in 2005. When you are referring to long back, that has happened in the past and still it is continuing in the present, you can use the preposition since. He has been working as a cab driver since he was 20 years old. He has been absent to school since Monday. So, since could be used when you are referring to an activity in the past and still it is continuing in the present. For denotes for how much time or for how many years till now. When you are referring to the particular years, the specific years, then you can use the preposition for. For example, he has been in Mangalore for 2 years. I have not visited my uncle's house for 3 months. He worked for 2 hours last night. The particular amount of time or the particular or the specific limited time when you are referring, you can use the preposition for. During, at what time, at what period of time, then you can use the preposition during. During is used to denote the situation that continues for a specific period of time or is to take place or occurs for a specific period of time. During the rainy season, we use umbrella. When we are going to use during, at what time we are using such a thing, then you can use during. During the rainy season, we use umbrella. We work during the day. By denotes what time is to be done. We will be ready by 5 o'clock. When you are referring to the time, then at the time like 5 o'clock, when you are referring to the specific hour, then you can use by. These are all the prepositions that is used when you are referring to the time. When this before and after is used, this before and after also refers to the time when it is completed, the activity is completed or indicates the approximate time of an activity. For example, he came to the room after me. He had her degree before me. When it was earlier or later, this refers to after and before. She will be back to the hostel at about 6 p.m. About, where this about is almost around the 6 p.m. Then we use about and around. She might land to the airport around. This is not the specific time given, but that is around that time. Not the exact time, around 6 o'clock. Not the exact 6 o'clock, around early morning. Preposition of place, next coming to the preposition of place and direction. Preposition of place represents where actually the thing is situated and the direction represents to which direction the thing is moving. And the prepositions used are under, above, on, at, across, among, behind, along, to, into, of, from. Here, while using place and direction, while referring to place and direction, in represents the place in general. When you are referring to a country, when you are referring to a continent, when you are referring to the places in public, then you can use in. When you are referring to the general things, you can use in. But while you are referring to the particular things, then you can use at. He is standing at the gate. That means you are directly going to the gate. You know very well that where he is standing. There you can use at, but when you are referring to the things generally, then you can use in. He resides in Mangalore. Where in Mangalore? Not specific. He works in an office. In which office? That is not given. They stay in a hotel. Now, while using from, to also follows. For example, he travels from Goa to Bangalore. From which place to which place? While referring this, you can use from and to together in a sentence. Here are the few prepositions which are taught to you through pictures. You can see the picture. There is a box like. In that you find a ball. In the box. While referring, you can refer in. When you are referring to the things that is above the box, when the things are touching the box, you can say up. When it is below the box, when it is referring to the things that is under the box, you can show it down. When the things are coming out of the box, you can say out of the things, away from the things. And when anything that is passing through the object, then you can refer it as through. And when the things are not touching to the object, when you find much more distance between the two objects, then you can refer it below. When you are coming to the another picture, where you find a road, when a dog crosses the road, that you can say across the road. When something goes along with the road, when something is moving as the road moves, then you can say along the road. Along is the preposition over there. And when you come to the third picture, there is an arch like, and over that you find a dot. Over that object is not connected to the arch. There is the object, but you find a difference between the arch and the dot. Over. When something is placed with a lot of distance from the object, then you can refer it as above. The sky is above us. The aeroplane is flying over the bridge. So these are the examples with which you can connect with the picture given. And next coming to the preposition of method and manner. This explains what is the method used and by which manner the thing is operating. For example, it has come by post. By what method is that it has come? It has come by post. And what is the thing used? He wrote with pen. By which manner he is writing? With pen. With what object he is writing? That shows he wrote with pen. By and with are the two prepositions used over there while referring to the method and manner. Preposition of reason and purpose. Possession. To whom it belongs to. Where is he? With whom she is. When you are referring these things, you can use with, of, for, and by. When you are referring to the reason, purpose, and position in a sentence, you can use these prepositions. This gift is for my daughter. Possession. This gift is for my daughter. He is out of the station. Where is he? Out of the station. She has come with her sister. These are the prepositions where you can use while referring to reason, purpose, and position. There are other prepositions which are called phrasal prepositions. The above which we discussed are very simple prepositions. Now we are dealing with is the phrasal prepositions. This means the group of words which function as preposition. For example, in front of, by means of, in order to, instead of, on behalf of, etc. These are the prepositions which are also used in a sentence. But the above sentences, the above prepositions are much used, and if you want the further details regarding the phrasal preposition, you can go to the grammar book by David Green. Here are certain examples. My exam falls in April, as we discussed when these in, on, below, from, up are used. My work ends on Monday. The books are on the table. The plane is just below the cloud. He has come from Bangalore. Squirrel climbed up the hill. Here are certain errors whenever we are using prepositions in the sentence. Sometimes there are the prepositions where we need not to apply, but very wrongly we adopt these prepositions in a sentence. Yesterday and tomorrow. She flew to Delhi on yesterday evening. Here on is not at all required. While in a casual manner or in a verbal manner, we use these prepositions. But in a correct sentence, this is not required. She flew to Delhi yesterday evening. The post arrives on tomorrow at 3 p.m. The correct sentence is the post arrives tomorrow at 3 p.m. On is not required. Note, do not use prepositions while using yesterday and tomorrow. But wherever you use the apostrophe for the possessive pronoun, you can use these pronouns as stated in the example. I was bored in yesterday's meeting. Last and next. As we said earlier, she went to London last year. They will have conference next year. This and that, each and every. While using these prepositions, we should be very careful. Wherever it is not required, not to bring the preposition in a sentence, and wherever it is required, you should be very careful in using the preposition in a sentence. So, concluding the topic, once again, I repeat that prepositions should be in a proper way applied to a sentence wherever it provides a relation to noun, pronoun, and with other words. Use these prepositions. Proper use of preposition in a sentence will be meaningful. For further reading, you can go to the Contemporary English Grammar Structures and Composition by David Green. Thank you, one and all.